Welcome to our, I'm not sure how many conferences we've had. Great to see so many faces that we've seen over the years here. I don't know how many that new ones are here, but just in case you're new, I'm Roger. Anyway, the whole idea of this conference is to really start discussing what's going to happen at the end of our rotation in terms of forest harvest and things like that. Steve Bell and Richard Bourne have put the program together. I think they've made an excellent job, Steve in particular, of getting good quality speakers who've got a whole range of subjects to talk to us about that's a little bit new from the same old that we have each year at the AGMs, wandering around our trees. And so that'll be an interesting day for us. We're not, and it should sort of emphasise to you, we're not here making decisions, and we're not even probably going to be making decisions this coming year at our AGMs, but it's just educational, so you get some ideas. There'll be plenty of time for question times later tomorrow. If you run out of time today, or see us afterwards. I'd like to welcome, we've got at least three or four lots of people that I know from overseas. Kurt Barker, who's come from Maryland. Dr. Shukat and his son-in-law here have come over from Sydney or Pakistan, I'm not sure where to this time. Paul Watson, who's come from Vancouver. And are there any other overseas visitors who have come? Someone say something quietly. Welcome anyway. And have we got any new faces who've never been to a meeting? Welcome. Oh, that's great to see you here then. You'll find that there are some forests out there somewhere one day. But anyway, housekeeping items. So somebody else can do that later, aren't they? Russ will do that. You've got name tags, and they say what you've paid for. So you've got to do a bit of self-policing here. If you see someone having the second course of dinner and they haven't got dinner written on their name tag, ask them for the money. But please keep your name tags on, because quite a few of us are getting a bit old and doddery, and we do forget names. We're not as good as we used to be, so it'd be handy if you could leave your name tag on at all times. So I'll just go through and introduce a few of the people here. First of all, for all of those of you who think that there's no succession plan, I've got 3 sons standing over there, so you take your choice. 3 or 4 of them. That's William on the left, Ted in the middle, and Charles on the right. And Jeff's not here, couldn't be here. Richard, maybe you could just stand up briefly, Richard. Richard has been with us now for 19 years. He's an investor in one of our forests, and he looks after all our customer-related things and has done a fantastic job over time. Ian, wherever you are, is he out the... He's the man been out doing registration, he's with us. Then I said William and Ted and Charles. From Forest Management New Zealand, we've got Steve Bell, who's put the speakers together and is going to be speaking to us shortly. Well done, Steve. Sally Sisson, where are you, Sally? She's gone to hiding, but anyway, she's the blonde-haired lady, I think, maybe out there. Sally is sort of the brains behind these things and works about 20 hours a day and sends me emails at 2 in the morning about problems, etc., so she's an important part. Nathan Wallace is with FMNZ from Gisborne is here, as well as Rory, who's going to be presenting later on, Jason Osborne, Daniel Murdy and Ian Bell from FMNZ sitting over on the table there. From our accountants, Markhams, Jeff Whitlock and Nicola Gibbons, you've probably seen them out when you came in, and there's Jeff over here. And of course, there's no show without punch. Margaret Prince. Where's Margaret? She's probably still at the counter, but those of you who have been coming to forest meetings over the years will have seen Margaret. So behind me are the names of our sponsors, and these guys have put pretty significant amounts of money into this conference, some thousands of dollars each. So, make sure you go shopping at their places or whatever they have. Everyone should be going to Aon for insurance, etc. But thank you very much to those sponsors, because they've made the whole conference a heck of a lot cheaper for all of us. Because of some, 20 or so thousand or whatever you've collected from them. So thank you very much to them. This might be the first time, so got to hurry because we're going to stick to time. An interesting sort of introduction today, I think, is I'm not sure we've had PanPac speak to us before, but of course we've got quite a symbiotic relationship going to be growing between us and PanPac, because they are really the only major user of domestic wood products in this region, and they need us, they need our forests in the future, and we probably need them, because we are going to be always selling quite a percentage of our logs on the domestic market. They'd like to have them all, of course, but not going to be that simple. But anyway, welcome to Doug there. Managing Director, are you? Yeah, big banana there. Thank you very much for coming along. And the other speakers will be introduced by Russ. So now, without any further ado, I'll move on to Russ Ballard. Russ is in Tungoyo Forest with us, and you'll see when you read his bio in there that the man's pretty competent. He's he got a PhD in, what did you say, forest soil science, but his wife said he's not much of a gardener really, but but anyway, Russ brings a bit of common sense to things, and he'll sort of keep it a balance, and I've already told him and pointed out those of you who speak far too much at our AGMs, and he's going to make sure you don't get a chance to ask any questions at all, and he'll keep the program going and keep it on time. So without any further ado, I'll pass over to Russ. Thank you very much, Russ.